So we've got the squash, zucchini cut, and then the oil's starting to get a little warm. So believe it or not, this takes longer to cook than the salmon itself. So I'm going to start that first. So I just want to get the squash, zucchini in there, and I'm going to add cayenne pepper, black pepper, and then a little bit of salt. Now, this is a regular white salt, regular salt. We don't use that. You don't want to use a Himalayan sea salt. Himalayan sea salt's a lot finer, it's a lot lighter, and it's a lot less sodium. So it's a lot healthier for you as well. So I'm just going to hit that with the Himalayan salt. Once that's in there, let's give it a quick toss around. Shake the pan, shake the pan. That's all you got to do is spin it around, shake the pan, spin it around, shake the pan. The reason I use cayenne on almost everything is because spicy food kicks in the metabolism and it's a dietary supplement. When you're eating and you're starting to feel that sweat kicking in, that's kind of like working out without working out. So, I mean, you want to use spicier foods. Not too spicy, though. I mean, I'm not using habanero. I'm not throwing the cayenne pepper in here. That would, like, totally kill me. And top it off, I'm not much of a hot person. Like, I can't handle a lot of heat. Like, I don't use jalapenos. I can't handle it. But I just want my squash zucchini to have a little kick to it. Because, just to be honest, squash zucchini is really bland and doesn't have a lot of flavor at all. But it's really good for recovery. So I really want to recover my muscles. I want to lose weight. This will help you with your digestive system. So, you know, zucchini squash, as you're going to notice, is in a lot of my dishes. And I freaking love it. I'll do zucchini squash with chicken, zucchini squash with salmon. So, I mean, I'm going to use that for almost everything. So, okay, so the white rice is done. It's been 8 to 10 minutes. It takes just a quick 10-minute rice. It's super fast. I love that it's super quick because I ain't trying to cook all damn day. And I'm just going to put it in this because sometimes the bag pops, as it just did. Super fast. The bag popped. So since the bag popped, I'm just getting the water out of the bag. You'll see that the water's dripping out. So again, no salt, no pepper in this. And there's a very specific reason why we're not putting salt, pepper. I'm not adding additional sodium to my meal. If you look at that, there's cayenne and salt and pepper. So cayenne and salt are sodium enough. And the damn olive oil, which I hate using olive oil, but you have to when it's coming to this type of vegetable because that does not taste so good. So what I'm going to do is I kind of got all the water out and squeeze the bag a little bit. Is bring it over here and start pouring the rice into the vegetables. So let me just kind of get that bag open again. Now, if you notice, I'm using tongs. This bag is freaking hot. It will burn the crap out of you. So don't just grab it with your hands. Get like a knife, cut your little hole open, you know, and use tongs or a big spoon because this will burn the crap out of you, and you learn after you burn yourself, that's for sure. So, as you can tell, I've learned definitely. Burned myself plenty of time. So I've got the rice in there. Just throw away your bag. You can put that back on because it doesn't make a difference. And then I'm going to stir this up again. So the white rice and zucchini is now all together. Zucchini, squash, white rice. And as you can see, immediately the white rice starts taking to the cayenne, the salt, and the pepper. It's already turning to a different shade of color. So I've got my white rice, squash, zucchini. I didn't use onion. Most of the time I use onion or something, some type of antioxidant for the blood. But squash zucchini is as healthy as you can get. So I've got my white rice, squash zucchini. If you look at the white rice, it's already turning orange because it's absorbing all that cayenne pepper. So it's absorbing it real quick. So as I said, don't add salt, don't add pepper, don't boil it with salt. That's a myth. Don't use that shit. You just kind of want to blend it. That's all I'm doing is blending. I'm not really cooking it. It's already cooked. The zucchini squash was cooked. I'm just putting it all together. So that's going. Then you're going to bring it over to your bowl. And I've I've got my white rice, squash, zucchini mixture. So you got your carb, your fiber, your potassium, all in here. And I get asked a lot, like, are you on a diet? No, this is just the way I eat. I just like to eat like this. I hate doing dishes, so I'm not going to grab another pan. I'm going to put this back on here. I'm going to have to get a little bit more olive oil, because that olive oil is already in the zucchini squash. Just a drop. It's already hot. That's going to go quick. Let that get around. I like just spreading it around. I hate just waiting for it. Spread your olive oil out. So again, same thing we put in the zucchini, salt, pepper, cayenne. I mean, we're not chefs here. We're just regular people. So I don't have, a ton of spices, and I can really care less. Cayenne, salt, pepper are my favorite go-tos anyways. I freaking love cayenne. Salt, can care less. Pepper, I use pepper on everything. So once it's in, give it a good little stir. Best thing to do for salmon is to flip it. Flips real easy. Flips real easy, just like that. So the only reason I'm flipping it actually is to spread the spices around nice and even. I only spiced one side, so I really want to mix it up a bit. And as you can see, salmon cooks faster than zucchini squash. That's why I did the salmon last. If I would have done the salmon first, it would have been taken out and sitting there getting cold. I don't want it cold. I want it warm. I want to eat warm salmon. After a hard day's work, you want warm food. It helps you kind of deal with your cravings. You eat cold food all the damn time, which most meal preps are cold, unless you microwave it. You're going to be hungry. You're going to want the munchies and stuff like that. So it's just real easy. Letting the salmon cook super fast. I'd say about 8 to 10 minutes. You'll see it start turning white like that all over, and that's when you're ready to eat. So salmon, white rice, zucchini, squash. That's going to go on the bottom of the plate. My salmon on top, and that's it. Okay, so the salmon is ready. I'm talking it is fully cooked. So there's no red in it. It went from a dark red to a light pink. So once it gets to that pink color, what you're going to do is you're going to get a lemon. I'm going to squeeze it down with the skin on it first. It just kind of helps open up the juices. Now I'm going to cut it in half. And I'm going to go ahead and unload that thing in there. Get all that lemon in there. All of that in there. That's one. Get the second one, unload all of it in there. Get all that lemon juice in there, because you're going to want a little flavor to go in there. So once I got that all in there, stir up that lemon juice, let it spread out. And yes, I threw the whole lemons in, but I'm not going to leave them in, of course. I just want that juice to get in there. So I got that juice in. It's definitely what we're looking for. This comes out. Trash. Trash. Got all that juice out. Here we go. All that juice out. And then I'm just stirring it up. So salt, pepper, cayenne, and then drop of olive oil, which I really hate using olive oil, but salmon sticks, so you really need to use something. Once it's all done, we're going to go ahead and bring it over to the bowl. I'm going to be pouring it into a bowl here. Okay, so I got, and remember, this is the same pot that I used for the zucchini squash rice, so I didn't use a bunch of pans. You know, again, we're human, we're not these chefs that have a ton of pans everywhere. Same pan, cooked it all, and we're ready on that. So I've got my rice, squash, zucchini, salt, pepper, cayenne. I've got my salmon, salt, pepper, cayenne, lemon juice. So now we need to talk about portion size. So portion size. Stay there, I'll be right back. So paper plate, okay? If you notice the circle on the inside, we don't want it hanging over, and I definitely don't want a mountain on this. So I'm going to get one scoop here of my white rice and squash. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flatten it out. Flattening it out. So I flattened it out, made like a little rice plate or rice patty for me. Boom. I'm gonna grab me a little scoop here of salmon. 1 scoop is good enough. If you notice my spatula is full, that's good enough. And I'm gonna put that right over the top, and I'm just gonna mix it all up. So that's a portion. White rice, zucchini with your salmon on top, and you're done. So finished product, this is what we were making.